So today I want to talk about how to progress in a better way. So not necessarily faster, but making your progression in a sense more efficient or more productive, maybe even. So there's some psychologists who did a study, guys named Kerr and Booth, and they did a study with these kids. And what they did was they took these kids and they split them into two groups. And with one group, they gave them bean bags and a target that they were supposed to toss these bean bags at. And they set the target at a set distance. And they left it at that distance for the whole time. And they had them practice throwing these bean bags at this target at a set distance over a certain period of time. I think it was a period of so many weeks. They would have them come in and train. So it was the same distance, the same target every time. Then they took the second group and they gave them bean bags, but they gave them multiple targets that were at varying distances. And they had them practice on the same practice regimen. They would have both groups come in at the same time. One practiced with a stationary target, a specific target, and one group with varied targets where the distances were moved around. After the training period, I think it was a period of 3 or 4 weeks, they had the kids train. They brought them all together and they tested their accuracy with tossing bean bags. First at the target, the specific target. So the same target that the one group with the specific distance, where the distances weren't changed, it was just one target, they tested them. And the group with the varied targets actually performed better than the group that had practiced on that one target the whole time. Then they took all the kids, both groups, and they tested them on varying distances, shorter, further, the same, whatever, moved them around. And of course, the group that had practiced with varying distances, they performed better there as well. Then there was another group of scientists more recently, I think that Kerr and Booth was back in the 70s or 80s. There was another group more recently that did the same thing, similar test with adults, and had similar results. Now, I mean, this doesn't absolutely prove anything. I'm not trying to make some definitive statement about practice and progression, all that. But what I think that this does is this shows us, helps us understand why it's important to vary and mix up our practice. When we're practicing, when we're trying to learn new skills especially, it's really important that we don't just get stuck doing one thing over and over and over. Now, repetition is a good thing. Perfect practice makes perfect, right? Practice and repetition is very good, but the way that you practice, the way that you seek to progress can have an impact on how quickly you progress or how effective that practice is on the learning process. So I've seen this sometimes when I'm coaching in the tunnel and I'm coaching someone, maybe I'm teaching them how to do back layouts, and they're having a really hard time with a specific part of the back layout. What I've noticed is that if we'll switch it up, maybe we start working on front layouts, or maybe we start working on carving, in-face carving, or maybe we just switch to something completely different, like I don't know, sit flying or something, just to give them a break. If nothing else, just to clear their mind. But what it does, what I've noticed, is that then when we go back to that other skill, the thing that we were originally working on, the back layouts, they seem to have a breakthrough. They seem to progress easier and quicker. The other thing that I've noticed, and this is more of just kind of an opinion, is that, well, it's not really an opinion, but it is the way that it's a perspective, I guess. Flying, whether it's in the tunnel or in the sky, whether it's belly flying, back flying, head up, head down, it doesn't matter. Flying it's all connected. It's all the same thing. In a sense, we are using the wind to push our bodies where we want to go. It doesn't matter if you're on your belly or on your back or head up, head down. You're learning how to use the wind to push your body where you want to go. Move your body, shape your body in the right position so that the wind moves you to the desired place or able to do the desired effect. So when you think about it like that, when you think about flying, they're all connected. Every body orientation, it's all flying. It's all body flight in the wind. well, then it's a little easier to see and understand how, yeah, when we're practicing, when we're learning body flight, it's really important that we learn every single skill as much as we can. If you're a good belly flyer, that's going to have an impact and an effect on your back flying skills. If you're really good at belly flying and back flying, that is going to have an effect on your head up skills or head down. All of those things are connected. It's all body flight. So that's what I really like to do for myself. I want to be good at as many different disciplines, as many different orientations of body flight as I can, because I think it's going to have an effect on everything. It's going to make me a better, more rounded, well-rounded flyer. And then within that, within the progression and the practice and the training, I think it's really important that you're mixing it up, that you are varying those things that you're practicing, those skills. You're not just sticking on one thing over and over and over and over and over, but you're mixing it up. That's going to increase your progression. It's going to help you progress, not necessarily faster. I wouldn't say that it's going to make you progress faster, but I do think it's going to make your training times, your practice sessions, your coaching sessions, whether it's in the tunnel or sky, it's going to make them more effective, and you're going to have more benefit from that practice. So that's today's tip. Mix it up. When you're practicing, when you're learning new things, mix up the skills. Try to learn multiple things. Have 2 or 3 things that you're working on, and you mix around between them. Go around from one to the other, moving back and forth. And I think you're gonna see some benefit. You're gonna see some progress, and you're gonna enjoy it. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys want to learn more about body flight, about flying, wingsuiting, whatever, check out the Krāv website, krāv2fly.com. We got a bunch of great courses up there on all sorts of stuff. We're going to keep adding content. We're getting ready to add a bodywork course from Inca. We're going to have a vertical flying course, a camera flying course, wingsuiting. We're going to keep adding more and more and more. So go check it out. I think you'll really like it. It'll benefit you. It'll help you be a better flyer and a safer skydiver. So go check it out. Krāv, do more, be better.